quarantined, obtaining medicines, and even looking for beds and oxygen. Everywhere technology has been the key differentiator, and that will remain so. While every branch of technology or engineering has been important, it is electronics and telecommunications that is of a particular substance here, because if you think of it, the machines without electronics are becoming fewer and fewer. There are no such things anymore as machines which have no electronics. Even the everyday car or two-wheeler that you drive has a lot of intelligent electronics. And electronics is explaining the difference between the societies. I might be able to generalize very simply, the richer societies are those who have used electronics and telecommunications more smartly. Having said that, is electronics and telecommunications a mature field? That's a fair question to ask. And the answer is emphatically no. Professor Sharda will take you through the significance of electronics and telecommunications as a significant field in time to come, which will get you high wage jobs, which will get you global acceptance everywhere, because science and technology does not change from one geography to another. And as you look at electronics and telecommunications as a career and NorthCap University, I'm here to tell you that coming to us will simply create many more options for you. Whether you want to go abroad after your first degree, B.Tech degree, you want to go abroad and pursue higher education, our collaboration with Arizona State University, which is the first of its kind in India, will ensure that you will get access to updated global curriculum. And this is very, very important in a field that is changing every day, like engineering and technology. New innovations are happening all the time, and it's important that these are brought to the classrooms and you are aware of what is happening today and tomorrow. The teachers that we have, the alumni we have, and the dedicated staff we have are all focused on one objective and only one, which is to ensure your success. So as our students spend 4 years with us and pass out, we are happy to see them do well in their lives and they stay connected with us. That's what the university is for, and that's what the university should be for, to transform you from where you are today, to make you a competent individual, competent professional who's accepted all over the world. So when you come to NorthCap University, the doors open for you as far as your future is concerned, and that's what I would like to tell you. I would hand it over to Professor Sharda to take you through what electronics entails as a field of study.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all present. The topic for today's webinar is Be Unconventional in a Smart Interconnected World. The emphasis here is on unconventional. We have been observing that there is not much thought given to the individual match and other concerns. The presumption is that what is good for majority is good for me as well. We have been witnessing such herd mentality in action year after year during engineering admissions. What is good for your cousin is not necessarily good for you. The right choice for your friend could turn out to be disaster in your case. Majority is not always right. We can understand your confusion when it comes to choosing career path. The solution is simple. Open your mind and see the technological changes happening around you. It is 100% true that engineers of the future will not resemble the engineers of the past. Why? As now man and machines are to coexist. So future trends are driving changes in engineering education, and electronics and communication engineers are playing an important role in achieving this, which most of us fail to notice. The scope for an electronics and communication engineer is increasing day by day. As you can see, most of the things around you are becoming smarter, and that is possible by EC engineers only. Whole CSC IT industry is dependent on EC engineers. And not only the IT industry, but automotive industry too. In the earlier times, the automotive industry was predominantly run by the mechanical engineers, but with the advent of electric or hybrid cars, there has been a drastic shift towards electronics. We talk about instrument clusters, semi-autonomous cars, GPS systems, driverless cars, and many more advancements in the field are bringing more and more demand for electronics and communication engineers in automotive industry too. So since no field of engineering works in isolation, hardware, firmware, and software, they are becoming more and more integrated and interdependent with one another. I want to emphasize on one important point here. BTech ECE provides freedom to pursue career both in hardware and software field. It does not close door for CSC IT industry, but opens other doors too. So ECE graduates can have best of both the worlds. That is why ECE has always been considered evergreen and global branch of engineering. Let me walk you through the visual demonstration to have better understanding of ECE. I'm sharing my presentation. Anirudh, you can confirm me if it is visible.
Sure.
Is it visible, Anirudh? Or still loading?
It's loading, ma'am. Just a second.
Yes, it is visible.
Now it is visible, ma'am. Yes, it is visible, ma'am. Please continue.
So let me talk about the ECE and specialization which are available here in ECE branch. So for BTech ECE, we have two specialization options. One is Internet of Things. The Internet of Things, which is normally known as IoT, refers to the billions of physical devices around the world that are now connected to the internet, all collecting and sharing data. So you may be noticing many changing around you. You have automatic IoT controlled fans, IoT controlled lights. So not only IoT controlled lights and bulbs you will be witnessing. In future, you will be witnessing fridges, machines. They all will be internet controlled. So that is IoT. India is a growing market in IoT sector, which is leading to the requirement of skilled IoT professionals. And in the last 3 years, the demand for IoT talent has accelerated by 300%. This is why IoT is seen as the next big thing in technology. Second ECE specialization is embedded systems and VLSI design. We can say computer science and electronics engineering work in hand. Every development in software technology that demands a better hardware to support it. There is a high demand for skilled VLSI design and embedded systems professionals. There are around 150 corporations, including the giants like Texas Instruments, Mentor Graphics, Freescale Semiconductor, Cadence, HCL, Intel, Lucent, Motorola, Philips, Qualcomm, Wipro, and TCS. They are working in this area. A career opportunity with lucrative package in one of these companies is a dream of many. An enhancement of embedded systems and VLSI design skills is the only solution to make this dream a reality. So let me take you through Internet of Things, what type of applications we can have in IoT. We always hear the term smart city, smart farming, smart homes, smart supply chain management system, etc., etc. So these terms look really big. But let me explain you with real world examples. You just can see this video. Isn't it fun having IoT bagged retail stores, which will have no cashiers or cash counters? The store has counters of products arranged like that of a normal supermarket. But when you pick up a product, the sensors immediately add the product to your cart. When you keep it back, it gets removed. So when you leave the store, the money is deducted from your Amazon wallet and you can simply walk out from the store after shopping. Isn't it cool? You're not carrying anything. You are just moving in the store. You are picking the whatever you want to pick. And then you are just without waiting on the counter, you are just moving out with your. So that is the future. And Amazon already has started with this. Another example with which your generation can relate to is driverless cars. If you have seen the hit TV series Silicon Valley, you would know that what we are talking about. These cars that seem like a product from the near future actually exist today and are mostly under development or prototype stages. Who does not know about Elon Musk's Tesla? These cars don't have drivers and are sensible enough to take you to the destination on their own. And I take pride in saying that many of our alumni are working with the industries on driverless cars here in India as well as abroad. Another application of IoT is drones. Drones have been around for more than 2 decades, but the last few years have been significant in terms of drone adoption, uses expansion across industries, and global awareness. Nowadays, in this war against COVID-19, drones are playing a key role by helping authorities and people in different ways to prevent further spread of the coronavirus outbreak. They are being used for disinfectant spraying, medicine and grocery deliveries, surveillance, broadcast, temperature check. We all have seen that. And especially during the first lockdown, all this was happening when everyone was under lockdown. The COVID-19 crisis has come as a blessing in disguise for drone tech startups in India. We have also tied up with drone startup and our students are doing an internship program with them. And it is not only during COVID-19, even Indian Army, Indian Oil, big private groups, they are making use of drones for surveillance monitoring, oil exploration. So drone engineers have great future in India. Another one is Industry 4.0. So we keep hearing this term Industry 4.0. What exactly is it? So as the factory floor expands, it gets difficult to monitor assembly lines, let alone multiple factories located at remote locations. So with the introduction of IoT, the manufacturing industry will be moving towards the factories of the future that has a connected shop floor where all the assets have real-time interactions with each other. You are very well aware of wearables. So you would be having a fair idea of wearable devices that are part of the IoT ecosystem. And I'm sure you own a few products as well. From Fitbits to smartwatches, anything you are wearing that is connected to the internet is part of IoT. Through sensors, again, these devices communicate data to give you most precise information on your needs. We have IoT-enabled fitness systems. So IoT here also helping the fitness freaks to monitor the health statuses of exercises. The system provides guidance for exercisers. When exercising, the exercise data is collected by sensors and it is collected and through the fitness band. And subsequently, this data is sent to the system to analyze through internet. So that is why IoT comes into picture. And with the help of artificial intelligence technology, the system can extract useful guidance information for the fitness freaks. And not only these applications, these are only such few examples of it. We have connected healthcare system, which we can have with IoT, where the real-time monitoring and supporting vital data, which can help in making clinical decisions with these. And we can have smart grids, where the grid allows real-time monitoring of data regarding supply and demand of electricity. It involves the application of computer intelligence. So smart grid can help you switch between various energy resources like solar energy, wind energy, whatever energy you want to. It can help you in switch between those. So IoT will be playing and has started playing role in developing the future technologies. So as per IoT analytics, the global market for IoT is expected to grow with compound annual growth rate of 39%, which is big. And you can say by 2025, the market is expected to grow to $1567 billion. General Electric that also predicts investment in industrial Internet of Things is expected to top $60 trillion during the next 15 years. Connected vehicles, we were talking about the driverless cars. So connected vehicles and road infrastructure, they are part of a broader IoT ecosystem that is continuously evolving. So automotive industry that will be using 5G enabled opportunity for these driverless cars, or you can say the connected vehicles. And as per Ericsson report of 2019, there will be 25% growth till 2025 in cellular IoT connection. Not overall IoT, only in cellular IoT connections. And what is cellular IoT connection? It is 5G we are talking about. So IoT plays an important role in 5G. Another specialization is embedded systems and VLSI design, which has huge market in India as well as abroad. The chips, when connected together, they make embedded systems. For example, your phone, your computer, they all are embedded systems. And VLSI design field is about designing those chips. So it is about the internal part of those chips which are connected together to make embedded systems. So VLSI design field will be very exciting in coming future, as all semiconductor firms are working diligently to make artificial intelligence and machine learning chips to speed up the computing. So one can write a program for artificial intelligence, one can write a program for machine learning, but ultimately the chips only will be helping the implementing it, and then only the high speed computing machines would be available. Machine learning chips will be huge and IoT chips will be very small. So thus there will be a whole spectrum of work from big chips to small chips for a VLSI engineer to work in between. And from this picture, I think it is very much clear that these chips will be used in wearables, implantable, portable devices, robotics, energy harvesting, and communication. Ultra-thin chips are used for flexible electronics. So flexible electronics is a growing field in VLSI. We can see the future applications here are IoT, mobile healthcare systems, smart cities, and many more. Everywhere the chips are required. And if you talk about artificial intelligence, global artificial intelligence chip market is expected to grow at compound annual growth rate of 45.2% from 2019 to 2015. IBM has designed brain-inspired computer chip as a hardware platform for deep learning, and even our alumni are working with Intel for designing such the brain-inspired computer chips with, and their two alumni, they last month only they delivered lecture on it. So that's really a growing field and very interesting one. Human organs on chips, that is another field in VLSI. So think of the chip like a home away from home for an organ. So these are the engineered microchips that replicate functions of living human organs, including the lung, intestine, kidney, skin, bone marrow, and blood-brain barrier. So these microchips called organ on chips offer a potential alternative to traditional element testing, which is helpful for the researchers. And then you must have heard in movies about human microchipping. So would you consider having an implant in your hand? Okay, so this seems really complex, but these chips are about the size of a grain of rice. And the chips can be used to unlock doors, start cars, eliminate the need for work pass cards, and offer options to pay for things. So they could also be used to hold medical information and could be very helpful in emergencies. So VLSI, this is a very vast field, which is helping all the engineering technologies which are coming ahead, because ultimately the integrated circuits are the requirement of the industry. Now let's talk about the market trend. So India is taking significant steps to boost electronics manufacturing industry. And especially Government of India lately announced that electronic manufacturers, including Pegatron, Samsung, Lava and Dixon, they have planned to produce mobile devices and components of over 11 lakh crores in the next 5 years. And under the government's new production link incentive schemes, the 9 units of Apple along with the component makers have shifted to India from China. When? During COVID-19 period only. Apple 37% and Samsung 22% together account for nearly 60% of global sales revenues of mobile phones. And this policy is expected to enhance their manufacturing base manifold in the country. The VLSI design sector that predicts enormous prospect fostered by requirements from the cloud, Internet of Things, embedded systems, automotive and artificial intelligence driven industry. So VLSI, IoT, embedded system, they all are mutually dependent on each other. The artificial intelligence, they all are mutually dependent on each other. We can see here the semiconductor is one of the fastest growing industries, especially in India. And it has more than 170 semiconductor companies here. And because of this Make in India campaign, Skill India campaign, Government of India's new electronic policy, there is a boost to VLSI industry. And if we talk about our curriculum, so our curriculum is the right mix of software-based courses and the hardware-based courses. The core courses and the program elective of specializations, so they are having software and hardware-based courses related to CSE and electronics. We have open electives in our curriculum, where you can even study a course from law or management. We have liberal art courses, compulsory courses like environmental science, human value and ethics. One foreign language course is compulsory for everyone. Skill development courses, time to time, identifying the market needs are introduced in the curriculum. There are life skill courses depending on the specializations too. Community service and general proficiency, that is a compulsory mandatory part of our curriculum here for all the branches, not only EC. Project and internship, they play an important role. So students go in every summer, they go for internship, and even for 6 months internship, students are working with the companies for their projects. So this is a good domain knowledge with innovative and creative thinking for lifelong learning. Keeping this in mind, we have designed the curriculum. If we talk about electronics and communication engineering department here at NCU, so we have innovation through industry partnership. We have collaborated with ISRO, and for what? For researching on Indian navigation system. We have set up a lab on NAVIC in association with ISRO, and what exactly this lab is doing? It is researching on the navigation satellites, NAVIC, which India has designed. And I hope you all understand about GPS, and in near future, GPS in your mobiles will be replaced by NAVIC, and that is India made. So it was a very good step taken by the government, because during the Kargil war, we were denied access to GPS, and that cost us a lot in the war. So because of that, now India has their own navigation system, and we have that lab established here, and it's really good to work in such areas which are very practical and which is helping the nation too. We have collaborated with Mitsubishi Electric for automation, and automation lab is set up here in the university, and many researchers and many B.Tech students are working on those live industry projects with them. And to enhance the coding skills, we have collaborated with Coding Ninjas, because in every area coding is required. And we have collaboration with the IBM Skill Build program. So almost 900 students have completed their courses with IBM. And we have collaborated with ISRO, ISTREC also, not only with SAC, with ISTREC also we have collaborated, that is in Bangalore. So again, we are working on very good projects with ISRO scientists here. And if we talk about the placements, the exceptional job outcome for students, we have consistent track record of 90% plus job placement. And in placement, in employability, we have got 5 stars from QS. And 5 stars is the maximum star the QS gives. So that they already have given us 5 stars in this. And these are the companies where our students are placed. Few I have listed here, but there are many. So our students are placed in Deloitte, Nagarro, and TCS, RTDS, Fidelity. So you name the IT industry, our students are placed there. You name core electronics companies, students are placed there. Automobile industry, Hero Motocorp, students are placed. Horiba, Lutron, Exicom. So electric battery, this company is working. Am I audible? Am I audible?
We can hear you. Your video seems to be frozen.
Hello, am I audible, Anirudh?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible now.
Yeah, I think I lost the connection in between. So these are the companies, and Anirudh will be talking more about the placement here in EC department. So both the options are available, IT as well as the core electronics. Thank you so much. Any question if you have, you can ask about the department, about the branch here.
So thank you so much, Sharda ma'am, for your valuable inputs on the electronic and communication department. And I hope those all our listeners have made up their mind of taking electronic and communication as their future stream. Now, if you can please stop sharing your screen so that I can share my placement PPT, wherein the student should understand what are the avenues of electronic and communication to rise high in their career. Sharda ma'am, if you can please allow me a minute, students. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, students. So, my name is Anirudh Kaushik, and I am a representative of the School of Professional Attachment. We call it a placement cell, the centralized placement cell to understand it. And we are responsible for the placements and internship plus career services of each and every student of the university. Basically, we act as a bridge between the corporate and the students. So, let us talk about NorthCap University, a preferred destination. Everybody have told you something or the other about the NorthCap University, but I give you one more reason why you should prefer NorthCap University. And in later part of my presentation, I will 100% sure that you will definitely take electronic and communication as your preferred stream. So the point number one, we have a consistent track record of excellent placements. We'll be showing you in the later part of the presentation that why I am saying that we have a excellent placement records. Basis on the excellent placement record, we enjoy a high brand image in the corporate. Some of the leading national and international companies visit NorthCap University. We offer a multiple job offers to the students, and a full support is being provided to each and every student who wants to be placed, who wants to make high, who wants to make a career out of a job. And last but not at all the least, we are having an army of somewhere around 11,000 NorthCap alumni who are working as our brand ambassadors in various companies, delivering their best on the post with whichever post they are at this moment of time. So these alumni base of 11,000, we are a 25-year-old university. Now, let me tell you what exactly School of Professional Attachment is all about and what are the roles of it. So we start off our role with the career counseling and gap analysis of student. It is not constrained to some of the student, but each and every, there is an individual focus on each and every student, wherein we counsel that student, we take care of the gap analysis, we understand that whatever your interests are and we match your interest with your aim. So that is how we do the career counseling and gap analysis. There are certain tools which we carry here that are mock interviews, guest lectures, delivering sessions, grooming sessions, personality development sessions, your technical sessions, wherein the extempores, we go for hackathons and everything. Second is the continuous improvement in systems and processes. This is a student-centric university wherein you need to understand that there are the systems which are being made for the betterment of for betterment of the students, but we continuously improves it and these processes and system based on the demand of the hour. We have an increased student ownership. The student ownership means that we give you a sense of responsibility. There are certain clubs and committees which are being owned by students here. So the responsibilities and ownership goes very high. We have a School of Professional Attachment student coordinators, which takes care of the guiding students, taking care of all the processes out here in the university, taking care of the internship processes and everything. So the ownership of student get high, and whenever he joins the corporate, he tends to be more responsible in his approach. We have an improved industry attachment. The whole team of NorthCap University put in their relentless efforts for the industry attachment. The whole team of School of Professional Attachment, as well as the whole faculty and all the admin staff, from wherever it takes, the prime responsibility is of course of School of Professional Attachment. It is the placement cell, and we give you an enhanced industry attachment. Because of the good industry attachment, we are able to enhance the student employability here. Higher and better job placement, it is a relative point, but then the point which is here is internship, and we, as Dr. Vashisth have also mentioned, that internship plays an integral part in your career, and basis on the internship, it gives you wings to fly high and grab a good opportunity in corporate. We always obtain feedback from the industry, and time we changes the curriculum accordingly. I hope I'm clearly audible.
Yes, you are, Anirudh.
Okay, great. Now let us go through the placements at NCU. These are some of the recruiters which we have thought and inculcated here in the presentation. But then let us talk about electronic and communication. You name a company which comes down into your mind on terms of electronic and communication, we have it in our university. If you want to look at the logos, these are some of the marquee recruiters. We have Ericsson here, we have Siemens here, we have Orange here, we have Cadence here, we have Jacob here, we have we have Blue Star here who go for electronic and communication student. We have Deloitte here, we have Fidelity here, we have Tata Consultancy Services here, we have EY here. All these brands comes down here and hire for electronic and communication. These are the last 5 years placement record, and you can look at the bar charts, which gives us a proud feeling that we are above 95% placements each year. And the placement batch of 2021 is still under process. So we are hoping that we will again touch the same figures. Look at the salary bracket of B.Tech. And students, let me tell you that the highest graph of 42 lakh rupees, which we are showing and presenting in front of you with a full proud, with full proud and eagerness, this 42 lakhs comes from the electronic and communication stream. So this B.Tech, the highest package of B.Tech of 42 lakh comes from ECE, electronic and communication stream, which is our student have made us proud and grabbing this humongous package of 42 lakh rupees. These are some of the testimonials of our alumni. So this is Ishita of CSC. Then you have Nishant Yadav from Electronic and Communication. We have Gaurav Singh from Mechanical, and Mitasha Sapra from School of Management altogether. Thank you so much. If in case you have any query related to placements or anything else, you can always write into us at spa@ncuindia.edu. We will be giving you a reply to your queries.
Yeah, any questions related to placements or the facilities or the branch ECE specifically?
Everything is open now. Please ask questions, students. We had a question, Dr. Sharda. There was a student who was asking about the, is our degrees widely acceptable in government sector or not? So just wanted to give you a brief that our degree are UGC and AICTE approved, and it is absolutely acceptable in government sectors. Not only in government sector, but overseas universities also accept the NorthCap university's degree with full respect. And we have a lot of alumni working in some of the big studying in some of the big universities overseas. And all the government jobs which are there in India and overseas as well, the degree is widely acceptable.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Our students are pursuing their masters after completing graduation here with Stanford University and University of Washington, Arizona State University, Georgia Tech University. You name any university which is reputed university in US, Canada, or any other country. So our students are pursuing their masters there, and if it is about the government universities, our students are pursuing their masters with IITs, IIMs, and they are placed in PSUs. And specifically for electronics, PSUs are open. You can go to ISRO, you can go to BHEL, you can go to BEL, you can go to NPTEL. All these are open for electronics, specifically for electronics engineering or railways, and you name any. So everywhere our students are placed.
Dr. Sharda, we have one more question from the audience that what should we do after completing our graduation? Whether we should go for higher studies or we should go for jobs, placements and jobs. So what is your take on this?
Yeah, purely depends on you, but my advice is first go for job, take work experience of 1 to 2 years, and then go for masters.
Absolutely. Even from the point of view of placement, if we understand this question, so we have a traditional mindset which is being inculcated by the family members that you go for studies, complete your studies, then go for job, but that will have a continuation of your studies and all. But now everything is changing. Now try and understand this. If you do a graduation degree and then you have a 2 to 4 years of experience, then you will have a handhold experience of the corporate culture, and you will also understand the need of the hour. Let us say if you go for master's degree and you are going for the traditional masters, let us say if you're going for MBA and you're going for a traditional degree of marketing or HR or something like that. I mean, now it is the specialized MBAs or specialized masters which is coming down. And if in case, let us say these emerging technologies which are coming down, like IoT, VLSI, if you do your masters in that, the career options are huge. So I mean, mark our advice out here. After your graduation, always go for 2 to 3 years of work experience. If you have a plan for higher studies, always have a corporate experience and understand. This will also, give you an edge how to earn money, right? I mean, it is very difficult to earn money, and this will again give you an edge how to earn money. That is what my take here is. If any other question is there, we are always welcome to answer it. Please ask questions, student. Can I get admission in NCU for B.Tech C in merit? Navjot, you can get admission with such a high score of 95.4. But then, why do you want to go for CSC? Please come down in ECE. We have just told you that the horizons of the career options are always open for both ECE and CSC. The career options are huge in ECE. Please come down in ECE, and if you still want to pursue with CSC, yes, the university is always open for you. We would like to have such a bright kids like you who have scored 95.4% marks in 12th.
And then you anytime can have discussion whenever you have any confusion, any dilemma about your career choices. So you can discuss with anyone here. You can discuss with CSC department, you can discuss with EC department, or all other, or you can discuss with Anirudh or from placement point of view.
Navjot, my email address is spa@. Let me write it down in this dialog box. If you have any question related to placements, this is the ID. You can just share your concern. We will definitely try to answer it. Somebody is typing. I think Navjot only is typing.
I think mics are not disabled. You can ask also directly.
If you have anything, you can just raise your hand. We will always call your name and you can unmute yourself and raise your query.
While we wait for the question, this is the one I have heard from students before, not from this audience, but before. The question is electronics more difficult to learn compared to computer science, and therefore should I go for computer science because it's easier to learn?
No, no, electronics is not difficult. If you compare with computers, they are similar and requires the same type of effort, same amount of effort in the engineering branches. So no difficulty in ECE, and there are same languages you learn here. You learn C, you learn Java, you learn Python, you learn web frameworks in ECE too. So ECE and computers, they are not different. So they just have, in ECE you have more knowledge related to hardware type of circuits. So that's the difference.
They are in some sense sister branches, aren't they?
Pardon, sir? Not
they are
clear?
sister disciplines.
They are sister branches. In fact, initially we used to have only electronics engineering.
Yes.
And in electronics only we used to have computer science. But then two branches, they are taken out each other, but they are belonging to each other. And many of our students are working on the same projects because they require both type of knowledge, hardware as well as software. So it is a type of interdisciplinary or dependent on each other type of branches.
Even in placement terms, we call it circuit streams. And whenever a good recruiter comes down, he never rejects ECE student. He always say that we will be dealing in circuit stream branches. So the opportunities for you to have a job and have a stable career is very high in electronic and communication engineering.
Right. So no more questions, I think, Anirudh.
Yes, students, if you still have any question, you can always write into. We have just shared the email address with you. Nevertheless, you people are a wonderful audience, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Milind sir and Sharda ma'am, for joining us, and the marketing team. The whole marketing team effort is there to make this webinar possible. I would also like to thank each and every participant who have participated in this webinar, and I hope that the enlightenment which Dr. Sharda and Dr. Milind have given it to you, it have opened the horizons of your learnings. So thank you so much. I think somebody is typing. I think we should wait for 1 minute. You need not. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. You were saying something?
No, I was just mentioning you anytime can visit the university because they may have many confusions in mind and they may not ask right now, but you can come and discuss with us.
If you have anything, you can unmute your mic and please ask the question, because
I think it was Navjot who was typing something.
Yes.
Navjot, I would encourage you to just tell us what your question is by speaking up.
No, sir, I am not typing anything.
Okay. Navjot, we hope that we have answered all the queries of yours, Navjot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Navjot, for joining us. So with this note, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.